Hi, Cancer. This is Just with your February 2020 tarot reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far, Cancer. Attention, Cancers. If you feel like you aren't really prepared to hear some things that could trigger you, that may make you feel a little bit more sensitive and vulnerable than you may already feel, I'm warning you now that this is going to be a very real reading that will address a lot of things. So this isn't going to be this most fluffiest reading. So if you're not prepared or ready to hear things that you may find to be a bit difficult to process, I would suggest you pause right now. There you go. And so let's move forward with the reading. Now, Cancers, remember, you have had a great run. All of last year, for the most part, as far as the readings that I was reading for, the groups of you that I was reading for, you had an amazing run. People couldn't touch you. You was like the Matrix. You were ditching and dodging everything, and you just were coming out swimming and on top. And you pretty much had a full, or the most part of 2019 was star energy. So you were the star baby. You was all about you, and your light kept getting brighter and brighter. I mean, hell, North Node was in your sign, right? And as we know, it's definitely starting to dim because it's going closer and closer, getting closer out of your sign, going into Gemini. That being said, you still have a few more months. We're in February, so you have no, that's not true. You have 2 months, really, probably more like close to 3 months, two and some change left of North Node energy. That being said, this could just be a week where things are not so great. This could be the turn of events where things you're starting to come off of your high, right? So you're starting to come up off of that high, and nothing lasts forever. And so for some of you, this is a time when you look at these things to kind of take note and to make appropriate shifts. Now, on a lighter note, household, for some of you, you may not be taking too much in account to keeping everything tidy and together and focusing so much on home life. Because you are spending more time socializing, having friends and family over, having a lot of gatherings, letting the kids run about, just enjoying your home and letting it be messy and letting it be, untidy and not really focusing on it, but just enjoying it and living in it. And that's a good thing. That's what you're supposed to do at least from time to time, even if you have OCD. So some of you are really enjoying your home, but others of you, and on the flip side, you may have thrown too many parties. You may have put too much time and energy and effort into your home, spent too much money, and now you're looking at your dividends and seeing that it could be dwindling just a bit. It is, it's asking you to kind of take hold of an area that too much money is going out. And this could be in the home. It could be in any area of your life, but you kind of need to now take stock of home. Some of you may be moving, changing homes, trying to sell your home. And if you are, you won't get much out of it that you put in to your home. Okay, as much as you try, I don't know, it doesn't look like, it doesn't matter who you employ to help you and hire to help you, you're not going to get as much as you probably would hope. And it's almost like it could be a quick sell or trying to avoid foreclosure. It's like you have to kind of get this off of your hands. And I don't feel like this is all on you. It could be someone else that put you in a bind. So Cancers, please be very conscious and aware of the people that you have handling money. If you have enough money where other people handle your money, if you have partnerships, if you have managers and agents, if you have other people involved in your day-to-day cash transactions, financial transactions, please be conscious, because someone may be stealing money from you or being a little unethical when it comes to business transactions, company transactions, rules and regulations. Please do your due diligence to look into your partnerships and what your company is all about, the business is all about. And it looks like you're going to be doing that. It looks like you're going to be looking into where your money is going and how did you guys get to this place. It could be because of taxes, and it's like, what do you mean I owe this, or what do you mean? So it's something about having to research, dig in, and figure out why this is happening now. Why am I at the place that I'm at? It could be your bank account. So look at your finances. It's going, excuse me, you may have to, something can happen where it's like, okay, now I'm forced to look at this, get audited or something like that. But if it's not these triggers happening, then you need to do your own due diligence and look at it. Now, some of you are at the mercy of another person, Absolutely. Especially if it's in the workplace, you may have to kind of approach someone and try to employ some form of someone maybe, finding favor in you, or you may need someone to help you in a situation. Maybe before you didn't work well with them, and you may have not wanted to hear them out or deal with them or work with them. Now you're having a change of mind, and you want someone to kind of hear you out. You want someone to help you in a situation. Okay. And now this person knows that they have the upper hand on you. Okay. If it is a money situation, someone may have promised you money and now they're changing. But you know that you can't just go and curse them out and go off on them, because they're dangling something in front of you that you really need. And so you have to approach it in a very, strategic sort of way. Right. And they know that. They know that you're just stroking their ego to get what you want. They know exactly what you're doing. And that's the reason why they're doing what they do, so that they can control you the way that they are. And it's something that is so confusing in the workplace, right? And so please make sure that you have nothing to do with this, because I just feel like karmically it's all going to come full circle. And whoever is involved in a situation, when karma catches up with them, it's all going to come out and these people are going to be dealt with. So try to make sure you're not in that pool of problematic situations. And if you can handle your issues financially without the help of this individual, try to do that. There may be more feminine energy that is more ethically sound to work with you and help get you out of a bond, instead of a male. Male energies are very controlling, strategic, manipulating at this time. Doesn't mean it's all males, but for some of you, that is where the source of your problems are and will lie in the future. So be careful with that. I do feel like a lot of you guys are feeling very self-conscious or self-conscious about your independence, about your stability, your overall well-being when it comes to finances, and really trying to figure out, what do you need to do? Some of you need to go back to the drawing board. Some of you need to come out of your own business and go back into traditional ways of working. Some of you may have been out of the working world for so long traditionally that you don't even know how to acclimate again. It may cause for you to have to go back to school, get certification, do your research. Research here is what's going to help you. And it's going to take some time, 2-3 months, maybe longer, before you get it. Okay. But do the research. You guys are great at getting concentrated, focus, and making something happen when it's necessary. So, get your research going and look into how you can get yourself out of a situation, because you have everything that you need to get yourself out of it. So don't feel that you don't. I feel that for some of you, money will become a little bit more tight. You're going to become very aware of it, especially if you have, some of you are going to have to pay out some serious money in your taxes, or something in your bank account is missing, something that you're just realizing, like, now what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You're going to have to pay it. Something is kind of all going to fall on you. Can you do it? Yes, you sure can. Get out of your head and stop thinking you can't, because you can do it. You can do it. And it's going to take a little bit longer than normal, but you still can do it, Cancer. So you guys aren't the type that's going to cancel yourself out, and you will find a way. It just feels a little uncomfortable, if that makes any sense. But I do feel like you're going to realize, oh, I could do this, and then you'll be off to the races doing it. Now let's look at love. It's not so bad, right? It wasn't so bad. Cancer singles. Well, no. No. Your world has stopped. Your world has stopped. And secretly, you still love them, Cancer. Yeah, you still love them. It's okay. It's okay that you still love your person from your past. It's okay. They may have done you completely wrong. I mean, this person, it's like a laundry list of what you can say of what they did to you. They did this, that. And you're still like, well, why the hell do I still love them? Why do I still want to marry them? Why do I still want my marriage? Why do I still want commitment with this person? Why? It's that you can't live with them, you can't live without them type of an energy. And you may be in love with a manipulator, a con artist. Like, you know who you're dealing with. You know what they did to you. And yeah, you kicked them to the curb for the betterment of yourself. You chose you. And that's great, right? But here you are, probably still creeping, trying to see what's going on with them. Having 1 minute you feel fine, next minute you're down in the dumps, you're depressed, you're crying, and you just feel like life is never going to do right by me. Don't worry, it's Mercury retrograde. Everyone's going through it. Why not you? And so for some of you, it's very much that. It's very much just down in the dumps for a past situation that secretly you love someone. You really do, and you want them back. And no amount of girlfriends coming to the house and, the girls' night out, none of that is going to change anything. It's Mercury retrograde, baby, in Pisces. Everybody's feeling it. And so some of you are just doing that. You're just feeling that. You're just feeling that. And you go through the gamut. You run from, thinking of the bad times you had and, how bad they did you, to how much you love them, to secretly one day you're going to move on. And, it's just a, an emotional time some of you are going through. It's a peak and valley. It's a fluctuating energy. What can you do? Right? And that's kind of what's going on for you, Cancer singles. You may have, work and career finances is going to be your savior. Some of you just really feel like you're not very confident physically. You don't feel so happy with yourself physically. You may be a little bit more critical about yourself than normal. And that some of you may be so hard on yourself right now. Try not to be, Cancer, because you're going to be nitpicking every little thing about yourself, right? And if you're not doing that, you're worrying about money and what you need to do with your money. It's all about money. Forget about love. It's about money. It's about this. And so you're kind of all over the place. And I mean, damn it, join the crowd. There's so many people out here that can attest to what you're going through right now. But some of you Cancer singles, it's just about you're not feeling your very best. And so new love may not seem to be an option because, like, who's going to want to be with me? That type of thing. So you're fixated on past love, and that's kind of running you through the gamut. Emotions all over the place. Now, couples. Well, I saw that fight last week. I saw the fight last week. And yeah, something was said, something was done, somebody found something out and went off. Went off. And some of you feel like the power control that you once had, some of you have is out of control. You didn't exercise control. And others of you, the power and control you may have had over this person, you don't have it anymore. Not like you used to. Not like you used to. And you thought, or at least you may have wanted, you thought that this was going to be going somewhere, but you were confused all the while. Like, is this really going to work out? I don't know. And some of you may have felt like, well, you know what? I know that, I'm going to make this work. Or I'm going to get what I want out of this. Like, you had a plan coming into this relationship with this particular person. You had a plan because you knew some part of this relationship had a lot of cracks in the foundation. There was a lot of issues here. And you both came with issues, okay? You both came with issues. Or over time, issues have developed and major issues have developed. But someone is like, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'll fix it. Or someone had the master plan. Well, you didn't plan for this fight. You didn't plan for this breakup. You didn't plan for all hell to break loose. And some of you now have someone who has either cut off the money. They cut the money off. They stopped speaking to you. And it's like, well, and to boot, you may have found out about another individual who also could possibly be pregnant, or could it be you that's pregnant? And well, hell, now what do? Now you're going to get down to the bottom of what's going on here. Now it's like, okay, if we're married and you're supposed to pay the bills, do I go and get a divorce? Do I drag you into court? What are my options here? And if you have a business mixed with love with this person, they only may talk to you if it has something to do with business. You owe them money. They owe you money. Then they'll speak to you. Other than that, they're not going to entertain anything. So it's difficult, some of you Cancers, dealing with this individual after this fight. And at one point, when you had some form of control and power over them, you may be losing that, which is making you very emotional, confused, and fearful. You may have found out that this person was juggling you and another person all the while. But you knew it, didn't you? Because you came in it. And I'm not talking to some of you that are married and been with this person so long, or, you're in something real solid. Excuse me. If you are, and that's the case, you could just be, doesn't mean that they're not stepping out. Could be. But you could be dealing with someone who financially has very problematic issues and may have done something with the money. And now you're finding out about it. So your situation could be money based, could be feminine based too, could be females as well, but it's money based as well. Now, others of you, you just got into something. Some of you knew coming in that this situation was a mess. It was a mess. You're dealing with someone who has a problem being committed. You're dealing with someone who has an issue with outside people, leaving their options all over the place, third party situations that you thought was ended, and it's not. Now, what do you do, Cancer? What are you going to do? Because now it's very apparent that someone doesn't value you the way you thought they did. And to boot, money is being lost. Whether it be you have your own business, but you're so caught up with this fight and this fallout with your mate that now you can't put too much energy and effort into the business. You're not seeing things clearly, so money is kind of falling by the wayside because you're not as focused in business realm. Somebody's taking money from you in your business. This person is not speaking to you, and so now there's issues with business. So you know this is affecting a lot of areas of your life, and if it's not business, it could very well be your well-being, the stability in this relationship that's very rocky, and you're not sure, what the future may hold in this relationship. So, but I do feel like somebody is going to take control over the situation. Somebody's going to take control over this situation. And if you had a fallout, if you had a fight, it's not over. It's not over. It's not going to be as big as it was the last time. But this situation is going to continue to play out. So in the extended, we're going to look deep into this relationship, find out what's happening all about you and them. And also, all in the details you'll find out in the description box below what we focus on. And it's all about this person with you and what's going to be outcome. We're also going to look at you single Cancers as well. So if you're interested in that, click the link below. And you can finish up this love reading. If you like something personal, click the link to my website. Set something up for yourself. If you'd like to share, please do so in the comment section below, Cancer. I would love to know if any of you can resonate with this. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Cancer.